So they try to analyze, they try to tell the reality of why we feel and how we feel and what are the feelings that we have and how they impact our performance, our behavior, our thinking abilities, and our general performance. Which is a step forward. Recently, in the last like 10-15 years, there has come up another side which hasn't been so popular, which is called spiritual intelligence. Spiritual intelligence. And it's mainly done by people from Christian backgrounds, from Hindu and Buddhist backgrounds. And they think they have reached even there is a book called Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence. And I'm sure that these people, if one day they manage to know about the beauty and the potential in Islam, they would be ashamed of that title, using it. So these are what humanity has reached based on its own endeavors and research and all that stuff. And these are multi-billion businesses. Do you know how much in the United States they spend on self-help books and business generally? Do you know how big it is? About $10 billion a year. It's big business. People are searching for a meaning. People are searching for happiness. People are searching for what they were created for. But they just can't find it. They can't find it. Muslims have it, but the vast majority is ignorant about it. And unfortunately, Muslims now are chasing after this self-help business. Imagine we have the best, and we are chasing the people who haven't even reached a tiny degree of what we have in Islam. That's the problem. So we are unable to relate to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. Okay. The question is, what about Islam? What does it have to offer? And how do Muslims see themselves and their future within this frame? Now, these secular people, they've tried their best with the information available to them, at least, subjectively speaking, because Islam is available to them, but there are mental blocks, psychological blocks, keeping them from that. They could be by choice, and they could be by ignorance. What does Islam have to offer the Muslims? Does Islam help us in this regard? Or is only Islam about praying the 5 daily prayers and fasting, which is a great thing, and keeping to oneself, and making it to Hajj once in a lifetime? Is that all what Islam has to offer to us? Are these acts of worship, are they only limited to the physical practice that we do, the physical components that they have? Whether they are recitation, dua, or something that we do with our body, the moves that we do with our body when we pray? Is that all what the prayer has to offer to us? These are important questions, because many people, when they look at prayer, they limit prayer to what they see. That's it. And that's part of what I said. We are caught up in the trap of materialism. Life is multidimensional. And if we don't maintain this kind of insight, we would be in trouble. We would be in trouble. So the question is, how do Muslims see themselves and their future within this frame? Which is, the frame that I'm referring to is the reality that the West has become very much advanced, and the Muslims are so negligent about the treasures Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given them, and we already have the treasure. But can we get that treasure back, just as the early generations did, benefit from it, implement it, and create a model for humanity they've never seen in their lives? And the other question that I would like to ask, and please, if you have any answers, straightforward answers, I'll be very happy to receive any kind of input. What are the propositions offered by Muslims to handle the status quo? How can we deal with this present reality in which we live today? That Muslims are, generally speaking, this kind of unfortunately backwardness or setback has permeated almost every aspect of their lives. Almost every aspect. Mannerism, thought, education, financial, cultural, even on personal level. Problems have permeated almost every aspect of our lives. Because when a nation becomes backward, that backwardness does not leave any aspect of life intact. It goes through it all. Because human life, or the facets of human life they all overlap. None of them is separate. None of them is separate. So inshallah we'll stop here. Inshallah we'll carry after the Isha prayer.